very good technique. Dachidolidze of Georgia. Fourth best in qualification, 14.1 was his preliminary round score, and he won the bronze medal at the last championships in Munich 2 years ago. There's a junior competition every couple of years. Scissors with fluidity at the start, and he's got a nice straight body position. Very controlled. Into the Busnari. Some stylish flares. Really working to keep the hip height, and that was a problem as he had leg separation in the Wendeschwings. But that is a really promising young athlete there in Dachidolidze. He won the bronze medal at the European Youth Olympic Festival in Maribor last year, then went to Egypt to the Pharaohs Cup, won silver. His confidence has been increasing, as it should when you have this kind of quality. The score for 14.033 for Dachidolidze. That little break in form. They say that the city was settled by a man actually who fled Italy on horseback, fearing the repercussions of Nero. Well, now Padagimas is on Pommel horseback. Very smooth. We didn't get the chance to see him in the Pommel horse final at the Junior World Championships for reasons that I'll go into later. Oh, he had such a rapid travel there, Junior World Championships, because only athletes who did the all-around could actually get into the apparatus finals. So on a quirk of the rule book, he missed out, despite being the second best in qualification. And he came to those Junior World Championships as the reigning European Youth Olympic Festival Pommel horse champion. So it's lovely that we have the chance to enjoy his work.
Not ready yet. Yes. Your waiting time. Come on, everybody, put me hands.
And I believe this is a Lithuanian Eurovision Song Contest entry called Let's Discotheque from a few years ago, if my memory serves me correctly. I think I might have actually voted for it. Watching and waiting.
Here's the score.
13.033 for Christianos Padagimas. His difficulty is down quite substantially by 0.5 qualification. Alfred Schweiger from Austria. 18, born in Johannesburg, but grew up in Vienna. And he is the reigning champion of Austria at under 18 level on the pommel horse and virtually everything else to boot. Sixth best in qualification. It was really on the pommel horse that he was first noticed internationally. Got real height in his swingfulness. Massive flares. It's a bold display, this, from young Schweiger. He's just struggling a little to get that clearance, hence the loss of the leg form, but he works with gusto into the conclusion. Yeah, very exciting. If you are from Austria and you're watching this generation come through, you've got to be rubbing your hands with excitement, thinking we can be contenders in years to come. You go back to the statesman of Austrian gymnastics, Vincent Hook, on the men's side, and how he has almost set a new aspirational bar. You look at some of the young Austrian women coming through as well at senior level, the likes of somebody who wants to do this, who really wants to do it. 13.7 for Alfie Schweiger. He's up by a tenth from qualification. He's the only gymnast to improve so far from the preliminary stage. Daniel Tamás Bogyó of Hungary. He was the 8th best performer in the preliminary round with a score of 13.366 from the beautiful capital city of Budapest, which is hosting the Rhythmic Gymnastics European Championships next month. Just one thing to say about Daniel Tamás Bogyó that I think is very important. He's added almost 2 marks to his all-around score from last year's European Youth Olympic Festival to here. It's a great progression. He's going in the right direction, this chap. Just about maintain the form. That's very nice. Not the most complex, I should say, of routines compared to some of the performers in this final, but there was a clarity about the way he delivered it, and that was nice to see. He did have one of the higher execution scores in the preliminary stage.
Il riscaldamento per il secondo gruppo di finalisti di queste prime 2 finali per il cavallo Pommel.
Now we have the score for Daniel Tamás Bogyó, 12.833. We're seeing by and large from Dublin. As I said earlier, he was speechless at having qualified. He then went on to give a very eloquent speech about being speechless, where he thanked his mum, his dad, his family for coming to support him, and thanked Gymnastics Ireland and Phoenix Gymnastics, where he trains. This is an exciting youngster, and he's very highly regarded for his attitude, for his diligence, his humility. He's working hard to keep the leg form strong. That's better. Travelling Venderstrings had to bring the hips up a little just to gain clearance. Magyar into the Shivado, getting more purposeful now. And he moves round into a good dismount. Well done, James Hickey. That's a nice display. He won the silver medal on Pommel horse at the Union Harolds Trophy in Oslo in March. A very well-loved competition. We look back at this excellent young gymnast from Ireland, doubtless inspired by Rhys McClenaghan's triumph yesterday. He was a very good young footballer as well, James Hickey, trained at Lakelands Football Club, was in their under-12 boys team.
13.466.
James Hickey, 13.466, has gone into the bronze medal position. He's one of only 2 to improve from qualification.
Something Bulgaria. Balkan David Ivanov.
From Bulgaria, David Ivanov. He lives in Great Britain, trains at the South Essex Club, which knows a thing or two about pommel horse gymnastics. 14.133, his score in qualification, the 3rd best. He was the top on pommel horse in the junior guest under-18 category at the English Championships in Telford in the Midlands in March, or in Shropshire, I should say, to be more precise. Busnari into some big flares. That's lovely. Gosh, he's got some hip height on those flares. He's going to clonk his feet on the roof of the building if he's not careful. Well, that's very pretty. That is very nice gymnastics from David Ivanov. His brother Johan won parallel bars gold at the European Youth Olympic Festival to become the first Bulgarian ever to win a gymnastics gold medal at that competition. He's got good toe point as well, Ivanov. Little details. And one certainly will say that Sol Scott is a promising young gymnast. Hello! Hello! David Ivanov goes into the gold medal position. 14.3. He's guaranteed a place on the podium. The young Bulgarian with a superb display. But look who's coming up next.
Next gymnast, the silver medalist from Hamlet
Manukyan of Armenia, the top performer in qualification and the reigning junior world champion. He is 16 and he is a marvellous gymnast to watch on this apparatus. The body position is straight, the toes are well pointed. The Wender swings are extraordinarily controlled. Magyar-Shivado combination is being performed with clarity by this young man. Oh dear. What a dismount that was from Hamlet Manukyan. The flourish in the footwork as he pirouetted round. That was verging on a computerized animation of how to dismount from the pommel horse. Delightful, just delightful.
Самата програма не е толкова атрактивна. Мисля, за гледане.
He's very elegant. Now, this has to be the lead. 14.5 for Hamlet Manukyan. Having taken silver in Munich, it looks as though he's on course to take the gold. Armenia certainly has won the gold because there's only one left. So with one to go, we have Hamlet Manukyan, David Ivanov and Daci Dolidze of Armenia, Bulgaria and Georgia, respectively. But here is Mamakon Kachatrian, also of Armenia, second best in qualification, 14.233. And he was the runner-up at the Junior World Championships in Antalya. He's so controlled. He seems to have time. He keeps his body straight, and the Magyar-Shivado is going into the Wender swings on one end of the apparatus, which requires so much strength. Do you know what? It's almost like Armenia knows a thing or two about the pommel horse. You'd never guess, would you? Considering the legacy they've got in this traditional form of gymnastics, for many people it's the iconic apparatus in men's gymnastics, the one they think of first and foremost. And the Armenians know more than their fair share about it. That's lovely from Mamakon Kachatrian. Both of them super moment for him. He's from Ascoli Piceno, which is about 2 hours down the coast and slightly inland from Rimini. So it's not quite in his backyard, but it's close. Now, which of the two Armenians has done it? It's bronze for Mamakon Kachatrian. And it's gold for Hamlet Manukyan. The silver medal is won by the young Bulgarian David Ivanov. Brilliant result for the Armenians, gold and bronze. And David Ivanov winning the silver medal. He knew, didn't he, Ivanov, after he'd completed that routine, that he'd just done nothing very special.
Rappresentante l'Armenia.
In the third place, winner of the bronze medal, representing Armenia, Pommel and Cynthia.
Amikon Khachatryan of Armenia is the bronze medalist, the gymnast who finished second at the Junior World Championships in Antalya last year.
Rappresentante la Bulgaria.
In second place, winner of the silver medal, representing Bulgaria, David Ivanov.
He knew from the moment his routine had been completed, he'd done something special, and he was right. David Ivanov of Bulgaria, the silver medalist.
Campione rappresentante l'Armenia.
In first place, the winner of the gold medal, European champion 2024, representing Armenia, Pommel.
Junior champion of the world. To add to the collection now, junior champion of Europe. Hamlet Manukyan, the man from Vargashapat, the fourth largest city in Armenia, about 10 miles from Yerevan. He has established himself as the junior pommel horse gymnast in the world. And what he has done is return to the European Championships a year after his junior world triumph to go one better than he did in Munich in 2022. This remarkable young man has taken gold for Armenia once again, and will now have the national anthem of Armenia.
Per ascoltare l'inno nazionale dell'Armenia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand in honor to the winner, now the national anthem of Armenia.
You are looking at a rather special gymnast there. Three very special gymnasts, in fact, because there they are, the medalists in the men's pommel horse competition in the junior events at the European Championships in Rimini.